Okay. Can you think of a fruit that begins with this letter? Or yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you hold your hand out like this for me? Imagine you're holding this fruit here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like this fruit could be a couple different colours. I'm getting like a green or like a red. Are you thinking of like an apple?
Yeah, I am actually.
Okay.
Fucking hell.
All right.
That was
I think
good.
Yeah, okay. All right, everyone, welcome back. Another episode of Second Perspective Podcast. This is our third week now. So if you are here watching, then well, I presume that you're enjoying it. If this is your first time, then my name is Rich. Pete over in the States. We offer two different perspectives of what's going on in effect in the world. So thanks for joining us. We're joined today by a special guest. We'll get onto that in a second. But how you doing, Pete?
I'm doing good, man. Back podcasting. A little tired today, honestly.
Why are you so tired?
I had some drinks last night.
Did you?
Yeah, just woke up with a little bit of a sore head. That's about it, though.
I'm
But other than
ashamed of
that, just I haven't been sleeping very well, and I read that a lot of people aren't I read that a lot of people have been reporting that they haven't been sleeping as well during this quarantine, just because everyone's schedule's so off. So it's been bad. I've been getting like 6 hours of sleep, 5 hours of sleep every night. It's been bad. That got really deep really fast. I'm sorry, everyone.
Yeah, that's okay. I second that though, because like I'm doing a similar like when I was doing the vlog, every day I wasn't getting to sleep until like 3 a.m. and so like when I had more time to myself, like since lockdown began, I was like, oh, I'll just get to bed earlier and get more sleep, but it's not worked out that way at all. I'm still going to bed at like last night I was sleeping I think at like 4 a.m. I think. Ridiculous. I just don't want to go to sleep. I'm so bored.
Well,
go on.
We all hope that you guys are enjoying the podcast. I know it's week 3. Last week we had Andrew and Charlie on, and I touched on this at the very end. We want to plan to have them on every once in a while, every 3-4 episodes, just to have chats with the boys. And we hope you are enjoying this. If you have any suggestions for us, just please leave them in the comments below or message us on Instagram, Second Perspective Podcast. But today we have a very special guest. Rich, will you want to introduce him?
Yeah, so a lot of you will discover this guy in a moment, and you will immediately go and check out what he does. To me and Pete, when we seen his stuff, it was absolutely mind-blowing. So his name is Edwin Todd. He's a magician, content creator, and just all-round cool guy, on the face of it anyway. Edwin, how are we doing? You all right? Good to have you on.
Hey man, yeah, I'm good, thanks. It's great to be on.
Good man, yeah. So, how you finding quarantine? First of all,
productive. Doing probably more work than I was before I started quarantine, but definitely getting a little bit sick of it now. Trying to find the positives though. Yeah,
that's the truth. That's what you've got to be doing at this stage. I think everyone can relate to that. It's turning into normality at the moment. It's a weird time for sure.
I think we can see the light at the end of the tunnel now. Certainly
Hopefully.
Going forward. At least the temporary light in the tunnel at the end of the tunnel, I guess. But Edwin, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? Where are you from? Your background? Because We want to get to know you. That's the ultimate goal of this podcast, and we also want to promote your platform just because you're a super talented guy. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Thanks. All right, cool. My name's Edwin. I'm 18. I'm from England, and I do magic. So I'm a part-time student, and at the same time, I work as a professional magician, mentalist and hypnotist as well.
That's so cool.
Where do you go to school at?
I go to school at East Surrey College, and I'm doing sports coaching.
Sports coaching.
Nice. Cool.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
like just
also training to be a personal trainer as well.
Oh, nice. That's cool. So what is it like? All like is it like sports science and stuff side of things, or is it mainly just like fitness wise? Is it fitness related basically?
Yeah, it's mainly like fitness related. Like,
Yeah, fair
a
enough.
little bit
fair
of like
enough.
science and stuff though. Like
Yeah,
anatomy.
I find that really interesting. I didn't know you were doing that, to be fair. Obviously we've seen your Instagram and stuff like that, and obviously your YouTube channel, and it's quite there's quite a lot of fitness stuff in there, and I didn't know. I just thought you were like just a gym goer, and you were just into it. I didn't realize you were doing it for. So is that like what would you like say your goal? Like what would you prefer to do? Like what avenue would you prefer to go?
Overall, I want to do magic full time, but
okay.
it's difficult to kind of make a good enough living straight away doing that. So I'm sort of like want to do personal training on the side as well until I can do magic full time. But I've always had like an interest in fitness, so I'd love to like, I don't know, maybe like sell training plans or something one day, or even if I am doing magic full time, sort of make workout videos and stuff on YouTube and things too.
Fair enough, man. How are you staying fit in quarantine?
I'm struggling to be motivated, to be honest, but I'm trying to go for like a walk every day and sort of do some like body weight exercises every day as well.
It's tough. It's tough to get motivated to do that. I've really struggled. We touched on this in the first episode of the podcast, but doing body weight is just not the same. Like it's a good workout. Like you can have some good workouts out there, but like it's just hard to get that motivation whenever you don't have that accessibility to the gym.
I tell you what it is, like when you're in a gym, there's people around. So if you want to, like, as bad as this sounds, and people will probably judge me for it, but you don't want to look lazy. Like you want to be like, grabbing every weight you can and like running around and getting a bit of a pump on. Whereas when you're in your back garden, there's no one around bar like just like your own self, talking to yourself and listen. It's just not the same, is it? Like it's hard to, there's only so long you can do it for anyway. You have to be extremely motivated.
Spend that extra minute on your phone looking at Twitter in between sets, you know what I mean? Like it's that type of thing. Scrolling for a new song, then you get lost in social media. So
your 30-second break turns into a full 5 minute.
Exactly.
It's good to hear. It's good to hear that even a potential personal trainer or a future personal trainer is having the same problems. To be fair, because I thought it was just me. I thought I'm being really lazy here, but turns out it's not just me. That's good.
Muppet of the Week.
Basically, Edwin, like, I don't know if you've been watching the podcast. I'm not going to judge you if you've not. Like, at the end of the day, we're a new podcast. You fast forward
a little bit.
Come on. So in 6 months' time, this is going to be a household name podcast. We know that. But right now, we're pretty new, so I'm not surprised if you've maybe not seen it. But basically, Muppet of the Week is something that me and Pete do. And all we're going to do right now is introduce our Muppets of the Week, and then you can tell us who you think is the Muppet of the Week. So Pete, do you want to go first in this one? I've been going first the last 2 weeks. I think it's your turn to go first.
Yeah. Okay. So Rich, you have the link to the video and the access to screen share. So
yes, let's get it
set
up.
that up. I hope you guys like this. Now, to preface this, this whole video takes place at Red Lobster, and now my American viewers will know what Red Lobster is. It is a chain restaurant, seafood restaurant. So basically, just picture like something trying to be like a high-end seafood restaurant, but in reality, it's not. I don't know what you guys have in the UK, but it's kind of just this like cheesy, like low-grade restaurant here.
Okay.
Jesus.
All right. So she's been waiting. Just to give some context to this situation, and the Reddit thread gives context to it, but. This Red Lobster is understaffed because of the coronavirus, and she's been waiting 3 hours for her I guess shitty lobster. And we'll play the video for you if it's already been played in this podcast in the edit. You can hear her screaming, but she gets physical here in a sec, I believe, with the staff, with LeBron here.
Oh my God!
There you go. Yeah, so she gave a little 1-2 McGregor to LeBron James there, and but my point, the reason she is my Muppet of the Week is because it's not worth waiting 3 hours for pretty much any food. I mean, she could have max. She probably spent like $50 unless she was getting like a catering order or something. But my point is, it's not worth doing that, especially in the current climate. You know, you got to kind of have some extra empathy for staff and workers like that. So that's my Muppet of the week.
Just to elaborate on that, though, like, this is something that happens, isn't it? Like, we all get a bit hangry at times. I don't know if you have that term in the States, Pete.
Yeah, we do.
But like, I mean, I've been there, you know. I'm like, where the fuck is my food? But, like, in these times, like, come on, like, just give it a break. Right, my Muppet of the week is, so, I don't know, this is, before I get on to, have you heard of Love Island in the States?
Yeah, so that's actually blown up in the States. That's like, over the summer last year, I worked with people at DC United at the soccer club.
Yeah.
And all my coworkers would not stop ranting and raving about that show.
No way. I didn't realize it was like even shown over there.
Yeah, it's big now.
It's big over here. Like, it's really big over here.
Right.
Yeah, it's like not everyone watches it, but a lot of people watch it. But basically, my Muppet of the week this week is someone who made fame from Love Island a couple of years ago. Her name is Megan Barton Hansen. Have you heard of her? Anyone?
Mm-mm. I haven't.
I'll admit. I mean, I've heard the name, but I think she was on it a couple of years ago. But anyway, she's my Muppet of the week this week because she's come up with an idea on how she, as a celebrity, can help the NHS workers of this country. And her idea to help the NHS workers of this country is to give them free sex toys. So she has been going to all the nurses and doctors and giving them dildos, in effect. Or that's what she wants to do. And like, I don't know, like, I mean, I just don't know about this one. Like, for me,
I didn't expect that one at all.
Like, if I don't know, I can't speak. I've obviously never been in that situation, but if I'm working with trying to save people's lives for like 14 hours, you know, it's not going to put me in the mood. And like, she thinks this is a good idea, and I just don't. It's just a limelight, attention grabbing thing. It came up today in my news feed, and I was like, all my other potential Muppets of the week is just being blown away by this one. Like, for, you know, I don't know what I would do if I was a doctor and came out the back of, I don't know, 16-hour shift, 14-hour shift, and she stood there trying to hand me a dildo with a smile on her face. Like, there you go. Here's what I want to make your day with. I'd probably hit her with it, to be fair. But yeah, that's my Muppet of the week. Nice and short this week. Just what's your thoughts, boys? Edwin, come on, who's your Muppet of the week out of those two?
Edwin's, I'm not going to win this one, I think.
I think I'm going to have to go with the dildo donations. Yeah.
Dildo donations. It's got a nice ring to it, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Do you know what the best about it was? Well, obviously I researched it as well. They're not even hers. Like, she works, obviously, she's like a model and stuff, and she works with Ann Summers, which is, I don't know, again, if you get it in the States, but it's like a sex shop in effect, but it sells like lingerie and stuff like that. Yeah. And like, she's like an influencer for them, and so she's given away or her idea anyway. She's not started doing it, but is to get them to send her sex toys, and then she's going to go and hand them out to NHS workers. Like, what? I don't know. I'm done with this country. Anyway, so moving on. Just going completely off topic. Edwin, what got you into magic? Like, what inspired this whole thing?
Okay, all right. So I did, like, you know, the same thing as everyone does when they're like a little kid and they get magic sets and stuff. But it was the same as anyone else. I stopped doing it, and I actually wanted to be a basketball player.
No way.
And I played at like a decent level, at like county and stuff like that. Okay. And then I got ill and I couldn't play for like a year because I was just like fatigued all the time, like passing out, couldn't train.
No way.
So my friend showed me a magic trick, and I was like, yeah, this is cool. So while I was like lying in bed and I couldn't play sports, I was just shuffling cards. And then after I got sort of a lot better than that, I just never gave up.
That's really cool.
That's a good story.
That's a good story, yeah.
Is there any person in particular that inspired you to get into magic?
Yeah, sure. I would give it 8, my friend who showed me the trick.
Right, yeah.
His name's Harry. He films all my videos as well. But also watching Dynamo on TV as well.
Right.
Don't know if you get him out in America. But
No, well, Rich was telling me about him yesterday.
yeah,
Yeah,
he
I
was
mean,
like a big thing in England. Oh, he still is really. But
he sort of
like
changed
that.
everything, didn't he? He changed people's perspective on like magic as a whole. He made it like I know you had David Blaine and stuff, but like especially street magic, like Dynamo really broke through, didn't he? And like shot like sort of
Yeah,
led the way
especially
in
for like
terms of-
in the UK as well, because David Blaine's like, was probably until recently like still a very like American thing.
yeah.
Whereas, Dynamo made magic cool in England. Like when he walked across the River Thames,
Yeah, that was
that
cool.
was like a massive news story, and then everyone wanted to be a magician.
Explain that. How did he do that? You must know.
I have theories, but
Okay. Okay. You don't have to share them. Yeah, that's fine. But before, like, was Dynamo doing his thing before, like, when you like started getting like your pack of cards and stuff? Because he's quite new, isn't he, Dynamo?
yeah, I think he was, because I've been doing
Yeah,
it for like 7 years now, and
oh wow. Okay.
it was sort of like as I was starting to do it was when he had like, I can't remember what series of his TV show it was, but my uncle used to record them for me because I didn't have Sky or whatever channel it was on, and then it was Watch, I think, and then I used to like watch them back, and I was like, that was awesome. Used to look at the YouTube clips and stuff.
Well,
That's pretty sick.
Edwin, I'll tell you this much. When Rich and I were planning this episode, we were trying to think of guests, and Rich sent me the link, or he sent me your Instagram, and I was just super impressed. Not only, and then I went to your YouTube, and I was super impressed. Not only with your actual skills in magic and the like the stuff you were pulling off on the videos, but also just your charisma and your clear passion behind your the passion behind your magic, and it shows through your tricks and your YouTube videos. And I wish there were more YouTube videos. But what are your thoughts on following your passion, and like when, I don't know how to phrase this, when you told people that you wanted to pursue magic, what did people say?
Okay, thanks so much, first of all, man. I really appreciate it.
Of course.
What did people say when I said I wanted to do magic as a career as well? It was definitely mixed opinions. Sort of, I had some people who were really supportive towards me, but definitely a lot of people who doubted it, because it's a strange thing to want to actually do. Because if you say I want to be a professional magician, people assume that you're going to be like on TV or something, or or doing kids parties, and they're both sort of like very, I don't know, it seems far-fetched. But yeah, like when I used to tell careers advisors and stuff at school.
Yeah, that would have been crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. So what are your qualifications going towards? You're like, well, I'm planning on being a professional magician.
Yeah.
It didn't go down too well, but
surely you could just make them disappear, right?
I wish. You have no idea how many times people say stuff like that to me.
Right, well,
It had to be said.
Yeah,
your
every
real
time I show
friends.
someone a magic trick, can you make my wife disappear and stuff like that?
Yeah.
your real friends are the ones that supported you,
Definitely, yeah. And I feel like as well, the longer I stuck with it, and the longer I when I started to actually get professional gigs and stuff, then I feel like a lot more support came. Like people started to realize like that I could actually do it.
Right.
And that's cool. Like it's cool that you managed to turn it into a professional sort of thing, if that makes sense. Like who's the most famous person you've performed in front of? Have there been many or any or?
Yeah, there's been a couple. Like probably the most famous person I've performed to is probably Peter Kay.
Okay.
The comedian. I haven't really hit off too many famous people doing magic.
Well, he's pretty big though. Peter Kay is pretty big. Do you get him in the States, Pete? Do you know who he is?
No.
Okay, you'll have to look him up. He's like, he's just a comedian. Like
I
Edwin
feel like
said.
I've heard the name though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
And
really
I
funny.
also used to work in Hamleys doing magic as well. You know, the massive toy shop in London.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that's where I started like performing to loads of people, and I met like a fair few people come into the store, and so yeah.
Okay, okay.
Well,
Go on, Pete.
I'll tell you this much. Rich and I have talked about this before, but there's nothing more valuable than. I'm going to compliment you again, Edwin. I'm going to gas you up, but there's nothing more valuable to me, this is my opinion, than following your passion. And it's just impressive to me that, like, I do video professionally, and yes, it's my passion, but, like, I feel like it can be, like, magic is almost, like, I don't know how to say this, more outlandish, you know what I mean? Then, like, I guess, but you're so good at it and so passionate at it that, like, don't listen to people who tell you not to, you know? I mean, I'm sure you know that, but sorry, I just wanted to say that. Enough. It's all going to go to Edwin's head.
I'm blushing.
It's all going to go to Edwin's head now.
Yeah, we won't get his head in this bloody screen in a minute, Pete. I just want to show you this. So, like, I don't know if you've seen this one, Pete. We're talking again, like, bigging Edwin up, but, like, you know, he's doing a pretty good job. So I want to sort of share this one with the viewers, just so they get a bit of an idea of the stuff that he can do. But I don't know if you've seen this one, Pete. Do you want to talk us through it, Edwin?
Yeah. So this is a trick Dynamo did on TV years ago, and obviously, because he's quite like a skinny guy, I think he did it with like David Hay, and the trick was that like David Hay could pick him up, and then he like looks him in the eyes, and then he can't pick him up anymore. And I, being slightly bigger than Dynamo, I find it often like I was looking for someone who I could do this kind of thing with.
Yeah.
And then I ended up making a video with this guy Nigel, who's the two-time natural world bodybuilding champion.
He's a big guy, isn't he?
And he's huge. Yeah. He's massive. So we did a video where I went and like worked out with him, and then we did some magic at the end. I was figured I should
That's
try
incredible. That's really cool. I love that. His reaction as well is priceless, isn't it?
Thanks, man.
That's
Yeah,
so
he was sort of like one of those people who's like more kind of silent, like he just didn't know
just
what
in
to say.
shock. Yeah, because I seen your YouTube video with him as well, where you worked out with him, which looked really cool. And then obviously, like you said, you done some magic tricks with him as well. And again, like his whole sort of reaction was just like he was just stunned. He couldn't really quite work it out. But it just looked really cool, and it's good that you get that reaction. And obviously, me and Pete have been, looking through your YouTube and stuff, and like we just want to get your whole thoughts on content creation as a whole, like, because I mean it must be tough right now to create content. I know what it's like, Pete knows what it's like, and there's probably a lot of people listening to this show right now that can really relate to the trouble that we have right now as content creators. But like, you're making, you've not made that many videos. I think, how many videos have you got on your channel? 11, did it say?
Not many. Yeah. I mean, I'm sort of trying to make more now. I like this summer. I basically want to fill it up with videos, like
Okay.
every week, and it's sort of like getting a habit of it.
So where do you see your content going?
So I want to do a lot more like street performances. Like I love stuff like that.
I love that.
That's my like. Yeah. I want to go up into London as soon as lockdown's over, and film as many like crazy videos as I can, and
Nice.
sort of do stuff like that. But also like, I don't know, mix it up a bit. Do some fitness videos. I'd like to do some like I might do one as well. I might do like a home workout video for people in quarantine.
Yeah.
But
just make stuff that you want to make, man.
Sorry?
Yeah, just make stuff that you want to make.
Yeah, definitely. And like, it's just getting the time to do it. And now, I feel like this sort of summer and after quarantine, I'm gonna have a lot more time to be able to focus on it. So
yeah,
hopefully we can
for sure.
You're
doing a really good job. You're doing a really good job. And like Edwin, like you, obviously we've done some research on you, and we've seen that you are working in Gordon Ramsay's street pizza. Is that correct?
Yeah. So obviously not at the moment, but
Yeah.
during like certain, I have a couple of residencies that I do. So sort of like towards like Christmas time and celebration times, I work at Gordon Ramsay's Street Pizza,
That's
which
really
is
cool.
so much fun.
Yeah.
So every Friday, I sort of go around and show everyone magic, which is like it's awesome. I actually like I can't believe it's my job. I get so excited about it. And yeah, I also have another residency, sort of like now and then I perform at the Magic Bar. It's called Masculine and Cook. It's in a 5-star hotel in Piccadilly.
Nice.
And I sort of perform now and then there as well, which is really fun.
That's really cool. Yeah, you've got your hand in a lot of things
stuff.
then, like magic wise. You know, you're keeping busy anyway. That's for sure.
Yeah,
I think
I mean, I want to try and sort of get some more ones like nearer to home rather than having to go up to London every time. But yeah.
How long does it take you to get to London? Are you far from
It's
the
sort of
city?
like an hour there, and an hour back. But
Okay.
it's just train tickets are expensive.
Yeah, that's true.
Have you
That's
met
true.
Gordon Ramsay?
I haven't, regrettably.
Yeah.
At some point, I'm sure. I'm surprised you're only 18, to be fair.
Thank you. Yeah, I get told I look older a lot of the time, especially with a beard.
Yeah.
Well, you got the talent. I mean, being so young, you got a lot of time, you know? Like, to think where I was 3 years ago at 18, my videos were shit. Like, they were completely terrible, you know? Like, you can improve. Like, it's just, I want to ask you this question. I know we already talked about TikTok. Or, I mean, not TikTok. God, I just gave away what I was going to ask you. I know we already talked about content and stuff, but are you on TikTok?
I'm not on TikTok. No, I mean, I feel like maybe I should be. I don't know.
Dude. So you don't have an account at all?
I have an account, but I don't have it on my phone, and I haven't done anything.
You should try it out, man.
Yeah, I second that. I think that's the sort of platform with your sort of thing that you're doing will just like it'll just go. In my opinion, you know, you've got like I know probably a bit different, but the likes of like Zach King, is that his name? Probably.
Yeah, he was the old Viner that used to make all those like visual illusions, right? Like the perspective ones where he'd like throw the football up right here in front of the camera, and then it'd be like tiny back here.
Yeah.
Like, stuff
I mean,
that.
I know it's slightly different, but it sort of grabs your. It's different. I'm saying to the normal stuff. Like, you know, I scroll through TikTok and whatever, and you know, you see some stuff that makes you laugh. You see some stuff that's, you know, people sharing like their emotional side of things, or people dancing around, and then you don't get many people that can perform tricks like you can, for example. And I think it would grab people's attention, and I really do think you would go quite far on that platform if you chose to.
You'd blow up,
in my
for
opinion.
Sure.
There you go.
I'd invest $1,000 in right now.
I'm sort of trying to work on Instagram as well at the moment, which is slowly building. Actually, sort of in the last few weeks has like doubled. So hopefully that keeps going.
That's really cool.
I don't know any magicians, or I mean, I'm sure there are on TikTok, but like your stuff, like the magic compilation that you uploaded late April, I watched the whole thing, and I really think like you could post, like literally you could just take a snippet of that video and just put it on TikTok, and I think honestly it'd blow up. Like I'm not even lying. Like I mean the ability to blow up on that app is insane, and it might take you like 10 times. Like, you know, it might take until your 10th trick or 10th video uploaded to get 1 million views or something like that. But I think it's possible, like genuinely, like, you know what I mean?
Thanks, man.
And it's so easy as well.
Just something to think about. I mean,
for sure. And like it's so easy as well. Like, you know, you just go phone portrait and then just do a trick. I'm not saying your tricks are easy by any means. Obviously, they're highly skilled. But what I mean is, it's so easy to post on that platform. It's not like YouTube where you have to sit and edit and get your sound right and get everything right, and then, you know, export it, then upload it, and then, you know, everything else that you've got to do as well. It's quite just a quick quick thing. But look, going away from the content creation, I'm looking forward to seeing, just to wrap that sort of thing up, and like I'm sure Pete, you'll second this. Like I'm looking forward to seeing what you bring to the table next. I didn't realise you were 18, and what I meant by that was not because of your looks, just of how much you've achieved so far in your career. Like you're smashing it, and like to know that you're only 18 is for me anyway. I think you're only going to get better and only going to grow and achieve even better and bigger things. And like Pete said, just keep doing what you're doing, and just keep doing the things that you enjoy doing as well, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. But moving away from everything, you sent me a prediction in the post.
Oh yeah.
Now I'm going to put this out as a vlog as well. I hope no one minds me doing that. So I'm just going to show the camera now. So Edwin sent me that. I shouldn't really show this out, my address on it, should I? I'll get thousands of fans just turning up tomorrow.
Yeah, fan mail.
Exactly, yeah. But yeah, he sent me this envelope. Inside, I have no idea what it is. I hope it's nothing that's going to get us into trouble, Edwin. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this because me and Pete, we don't know anything about it. So first of all, tell me what to do. Come on, what we doing?
Okay, all right. So so I've sent you this prediction. Okay, I'm not going to tell you what it is until the end, all right? But I also sent you a link earlier, right, to a website.
Yeah.
Basically, this is just it's called like Quick Sketch. It's just a website where you can draw like different shapes. So I've drawn. If you go onto the link now, you can see that I have drawn.
I'll just open up.
House.
Okay. Okay.
And I'm going to ask you as well to like sort of keep this secret from me as well, so make sure I can't see it. Obviously, show the viewers now.
Okay.
But,
so
in a minute.
Okay, so I'll stop sharing the screen then, and then I will just
history, Rich.
Say again.
You clear your history.
Let me. So will I do this on my phone, or will I do? I'll do it on my desktop, and then I can share, it. So we're going on Quick Sketch. Yeah, Pete, I make sure I clear my history every 5 minutes, man.
Yeah, so quicksketch.co/
draw 33. Cool. Okay, so I am now nice drawing, man. That's really cool. I said you were talented. Okay,
I did it with my finger on my phone.
So what do you want me to do?
All right, so the idea is you can see there's like five different colors. Don't worry about black. But you can see I've drawn a house, right?
Yeah.
Now, I want you to just click on a random color for me. Anyone that you like.
Okay.
Okay, cool. And I'll give you the chance to change your mind as well, if you'd like.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. How many
Happy?
times will I... Yeah, no, I'm good.
All right. I'll tell you what. Can you color in the roof for me? It doesn't have to be perfect. Just do your best. Just make sure we know what colors. What?
Okay. I tell you what, I was taking the piss out of your drawing, but actually, it's quite hard, isn't it? Right. Okay. I think we know what color I've tried to draw or color in the roof. We're good. Okay.
All right. Cool. Now click on another color for me.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you happy?
Yep.
Okay. Can you color in the sun?
Okay. Yeah.
Obviously, this is going to probably end up looking really weird, but
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Click on another color for me.
Yeah.
Okay. And can you color in like the main part of the house? Don't do the door or the windows, but just the main bit.
Okay. I'm sorry, Edwin. I've ruined your masterpiece. It was looking so good until I got my color and pencils out. Okay. Yeah.
All right. Cool. Click on. There should be like 2 more colors left that you haven't done.
Yeah.
Yeah. So click on one of them for me.
Yeah.
Okay. And can you do the windows?
Yep.
Cool. And then with whatever colours left,
Do the door, yeah?
cover the door. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, done.
Awesome. So, would you say that right now there's no way I could know what colours you chose? I could have no idea what this house looks like, could I?
No, you could not.
Right, okay, so do you want to show the viewers what we've got?
Yeah, shall I show the viewers the what shall I show? Shall I just announce the screen?
Yeah, so show them the drawing that you've just made.
Okay, cool. Okay, I'm nervous. Like if this, yeah, okay, so everyone can see that, right?
So this is it's actually not bad, to be fair. It's probably the best one I've had yet. So
Thanks.
So we've got what, blue sun, red roof, orange windows, green house with a yellow door.
Yeah.
So it is totally random, right?
Yeah, completely.
And think about this: the possibilities of what you could have done are endless, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And I shipped this prediction to you sort of about a week ago, didn't I?
What the?
Yes, you did.
Okay. Do you want to turn the thing right round and let's see you open the prediction.
Okay.
So what I drew in this prediction was I drew a house.
Yeah.
And I coloured it in with 5 different colours.
Yeah. No. That is...
Get out of here. Get out of here, Edwin.
Now that is... I'm gone, boys. What the fuck? Look at that.
Get out of here, man.
I don't even know.
Some voodoo, man. That's some voodoo.
No, seriously, like, because I... Hold on. 'Cause I clicked... I had... What colour did I click first? I clicked yellow first, and then you said, you can change it to whatever you want, so then... No,
We
this
got
is
the
fucked
evidence.
up.
We got the whole podcast as evidence.
This is crazy, Pete.
Yeah, that was good.
That was unbelievable. Edwin, fair play, man. That was very good.
Everyone's round of applause right now.
Yeah, that was awesome. I'm going to put this up on my wall. That's sick.
Hang it on the fridge.
Yeah, you should have signed it as well. Come on, I could have made some money out of that in a few years. That's really cool. Thanks for doing that.
Yeah, you welcome.
Because that's like, you're proper like, what's the word? Innovating? Would that be a right word to use in this? Because like, you know, obviously right now, you know, you're into doing street performances, like for the most part, and now you're doing like things over. So it's good to see that you can still like make this work over a completely.
I mean, I've been doing online shows sort of the last few weeks, and it's definitely very different to what I'm used to, but it's been interesting finding ways to be able to sort of do stuff over the phone, because obviously, you know, you can't really do classic sort of magic tricks, so I'm sort of having to stick to like mind reading stuff.
That's the thing, isn't it? Like it's a difficult, but like I say, you know, you're innovating, and it's good to see. It's always a good sign when someone can innovate. I thought I could do it in my daily vlog. Turns out I can't. So, you know, I know how hard it is. And yeah, you're doing a smashing job. The other thing that you said that you'd do at the start of the show is like hypnosis and mind reading as well. Can you do that on? You know, I mean, you're not doing it on me this time. You can do something on Pete, and we'll have to fly to America if you mess him up. But can you do something like that online? Or?
Yeah, sure. We'll try something. I mean, I probably won't try any hypnosis, right? But we'll try.
No, that's fair.
Try just make the podcast people fall asleep. That might not be great. But yeah. All right, we're gonna do something interesting. All right, Pete, you down to try this?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So all right, we'll try a couple of things. So first of all, I want to kind of learn how you think, right?
Okay.
And then we'll try something. Okay. So we'll try this. Imagine there's a globe in front of you, right?
Yeah.
And it's spinning around really, really fast.
Yeah.
And then suddenly it just stops and lands on the first big country that you see. Can you get that country in your mind?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, in case you think there's a way I could have made you think of that country, I want you to. Can you just take the last letter of that country?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you think of a fruit that begins with this letter? Or yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you hold your hand out like this for me? Imagine you're holding this fruit here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like this fruit could be a couple different colours. Like I'm getting like a green or like a red. Are you thinking of like an apple?
Yeah, I am actually.
Fucking hell.
All right.
That was
I think I'm sort of getting how you feel. All right. We'll try this. So yeah. Okay. This is a little bit weird. So I've got these cards here. Can you see them? Is it showing up on the camera? Wait, hang on, let me change. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, so on them I've written different things that I want you to think of. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got
Is that it's the best friend in high school? Is that what it said?
yeah, best friend in high school, most embarrassing memory, anything you like. If you land on that card, just think of anything you want.
Okay.
First job, first pet, all kinds of different ones, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you to select one. Obviously, I'd get you to take one out, but you're not here. So I'm just going to like run my thumb down the side. Can you just say stop for me?
Stop.
Right there. Cool. I'm going to close my eyes and I'll try and get this in focus. Can you see what this one says?
No.
Oh, wait, hang on. You just trust me that I'm not looking, right?
Yeah, I got
And
you.
we'll turn the camera around.
I believe you. I believe you. You are maintaining the integrity of your craft.
Okay. So, all right. So eyes shut, yeah?
Yeah.
Promise. Take a look at what this one says.
All right.
Yeah, cool.
Yep. See it.
And then we'll turn the camera back round. Yeah. Cool. Happy?
Yeah.
Right, and we'll throw it back in somewhere in the middle, so there's no way I can know what it is. Now I want you to really think about this thing, right? Whether it's a memory, or most of them are memories, but it could be an object, or And I'm going to try and sort of read you. So, okay. Can you look at me and really think of what this is?
Yeah. The card you showed me.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Like memory. This is a memory, isn't it?
Yeah.
And this is, I want to say you're like quite a bit younger.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a specific person involved in this. I'm getting is it like a female name or something?
Yeah.
I tell you what, I can't get the name. What was the name?
Am I supposed to tell you
Yeah, go for it.
the name of the card?
No, the name of the girl that you're thinking of now.
Oh, Kaya. Girl named Kaya.
Kaya. Okay. I think I'm gonna. I think I can get what this is. So yeah. So okay. So I'm locked in now. There's like loads of different cards you could have seen, right?
Yeah.
Are you thinking about your first kiss?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's exactly what the card was. Rich saw it as well.
You said what was the name? Like Kaya, right?
Yeah.
Right, this is gonna sound weird. Have you ever had one of them dreams where when you wake up and like whatever you dreamed about just happens?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Like this happens to me all the time, right? But a lot of the time I can't remember like the whole dream. Like most of the time I can sort of like remember a word or a name or a place or anything like that. And when you said Kaya, I knew it made sense to me, but I wasn't sure why. And see, I'm a magician, right? And my whole room's covered in playing cards. So I got in the habit of when I just remember one piece of information, I keep this orange pen next to my bed, and I just would write on like a playing card, and I'd like carry it around with me for the day just in case it sort of panned out, and I had this crazy thing, right?
Yeah.
So I had one of these dreams last night. All I could remember at the end of the dream was just one name, and it was making like no sense to me, and I wasn't even sure how to spell it as well. But the name I wrote was Kaya.
Oh, get the fuck out of here, man.
Oh, man.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh my God, that's so good.
Bravo, man. That was good.
That was awesome.
Good Lord. I can see that would be insane. Like, I mean, it was obviously insane, but like if I saw that in person, I'd be like, holy shit, like, no way, you know?
Yeah.
You got close on the spelling as well. I think there was an I in there. Been a long time, so since I thought about that.
A whole week, Edwin.
A whole week.
That was insane.
No, it's a lot sort of easier to read people when they're thinking about stuff that they haven't thought of in a long time.
Right.
As opposed, like, it's probably easier to guess, like, sort of who your first kiss was, as opposed to, like, you know, what you had for dinner last night or something. You know, it's weird, but it's like when you don't think of something for so long and then it comes right to the front of your brain. It's sort of
Interesting.
It's very impressive. So like you mentioned, like, you know, and I'm not going to get you to do this because, like, you even said, like, it would be probably a bit silly. But hypnosis, for example, like, how many people do you hypnotize at once? Do you just like do one person, or do you do like a whole room? Or
to be honest, like I'm sort of trying to experiment with doing more and more people, but like, to be honest, like I've only really recently started doing it more. Like, I've always, like, I've done hypnosis for probably like about a year,
okay.
and I generally do one person at a time, because I'm generally performing it in like a casual environment or at a gig or something. And it's generally really entertaining if there's like 10 people and one person's hypnotized, and then everyone gets to sort of experience what it looks like.
Yeah.
Whereas, yeah, if I was doing, I'm currently planning a few shows that involve me hypnotizing sort of like 5-10 people at the same time.
Wow. I've never been hypnotized. Have you, Pete?
Nope.
It's something that actually is one of my fears in life, is being hypnotized. I don't know why. But it just scares me.
Do you want to try something? Do you want to?
Not hypnosis, no.
I won't do hypnosis, but do you want me to show you sort of what hypnosis feels like?
Sure.
I'll give you like an idea.
We got 10 minutes. So.
All right, cool. This will take 2 seconds, right? So
you've got my address anyway. If I like fall asleep completely, you can come and rescue me. But there's no way of getting Pete back. We ain't flying to the States, mate. There's no chance. Right, let's do it then. Come on.
Yeah. So can you hold your hands out like this for me? Sort of like diagonals. Okay. Now look at me. I want you to imagine, and you have to really imagine for this. Hypnosis is a lot about sort of how powerful your imagination is, right? So I want you to imagine there's one magnet right here in the palm of your left hand, one magnet right here in the palm of your right hand.
Okay.
You can close your eyes if you like, but in a second, you're going to start to feel these magnets pulling on each other. You're going to start to feel this weird attraction, like you want your arms to go together, right? And this isn't hypnosis, but this is kind of what it feels like.
Yeah.
So if you listen to the sound of my voice, you're going to start to feel your hands sort of becoming magnetized to each other. And when you feel this, they're going to start moving in closer and closer.
Yeah. Okay.
So you're going to start to feel this. Yeah. Can you feel that? Feel it starting to pull your hands in just like that?
Yes, I can.
And every time I snap my fingers, it's going to get stronger and stronger, just like that.
Oh my God. Yeah. Okay.
And now it's like, even if you try to fight it, you find it sort of difficult to move your hands out, right?
Yeah.
Just like that. If I click one more time, it's going to become 10 times stronger.
Microphone's going.
So that your hands are going to come all the way together.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. That's
just
really
like,
weird.
right?
Yeah.
But if you just stop imagining, then you're going to realize that, of course, you can move your hands back as normal.
Jesus.
And,
That's really weird. That's really strange.
Thank you.
You've blown me away. You've blown me away.
Thank you. Well, to be fair, you know, hypnosis relies on you as well. So, yeah.
I've got a vivid imagination, but like I find it quite easy to imagine things. Like, I've always been that way. throughout my life. But yeah, that's why essentially it scares me a little bit, because I know that I could get really in the zone quite quickly, I guess. And I seen it once actually, and like, shout out to all my mates back home in Scotland. But we went on a lad's holiday to Ayia Napa when we just finished school, and yeah, we seen it like firsthand. People getting it was at this like beach party, and people were like getting hypnotized, and it was just a bit, I don't know, it sort of scared me, and since then I don't want to do it. But look, like, you've blown me away, you've blown Pete away.
Yeah, bravo, man.
What's like, it's something that I find quite interesting, like with anyone that's doing something a bit different. Like, what's your overall goal? What do you want to achieve in this whole thing?
Where do you see yourself in a couple of years?
I've got so many goals. So, I mean, I'd love to make more content and get sort of well known on social media like Instagram and YouTube and stuff.
Right.
But my goals for magic are, I've got loads. So I want to do magic on cruise ships for sort of
a
couple of years, just sort of like a week or two at a time. I'd love to have like a headline show with for a few hundred to 1,000 people on a cruise ship.
That'd be crazy.
In the future, I'd love to. I want to tour the world doing shows. Ideally, I'd love to be getting booked all over the world, and do a tour as well with my own show. And one day, you never know, I'd love to get like a special on Netflix or Amazon or something.
That's
sort of more of the the dreams rather than what sort of, it sort of relies on luck a bit too.
I believe in you.
Everything.
Count me in.
Possible. Yeah,
I'll be following along.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm the same, and everything is possible. I'm a firm believer in it. If anyone can make their dreams become reality, and you should never, or anyone should never, sort of put themselves down and say, "Oh, it's just a dream." Like, yeah, I understand you're humble, but like, you're talented, and if you really believe in it, the power of the mind. I'm pretty sure you can get there for sure. I've got one more question. Have you got anything, Pete? Have you got anything you want to ask?
No.
I'll get one more question, and it is just related to like, I know like in my channel and Pete's channel, we spoke a bit about this in the first podcast, but we always want to inspire people, and there might be a few people, or hopefully there's a few people tuning in to this show and made it this far in the podcast to actually, because they're really interested in what you do and how you got here, and maybe they want to follow along a similar step. And I know you're young, but if you had any advice to any future magicians or anyone that wanted to get into that sort of side of things, what would it be?
I don't know. I've got probably like a few things. So like, I'm not going to go sort of like along the lines of like learning stuff. I'd say like start on YouTube though. There's lots of like great stuff you can learn to begin with on YouTube. But I would say focus on like the performance of it, rather than like, I see so many magicians just sit and like fiddle with card tricks, and then when it actually, if someone wants to see a trick, it's all like very sort of, a lot of people become like self-obsessed with what they're doing, and magic is about, or I believe that magic is about like the people that you're performing for. Yeah. So I would say focus on your audience, and also just like chase your dreams. If you want to be a professional magician, or you want to do something else that people would consider like abnormal or crazy, just go for it, and don't listen to all the doubters.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's some good advice. I love that. Pete?
Well,
Pete's in shock. Pete's still blown away.
I'm at a loss of words here, but I just wanted to say, obviously, the two of us, me and Rich, are very impressed by you, Edwin, and we appreciate you coming on this podcast. And maybe one day we'll have you on again, hopefully. But we look to see where you take your career, and maybe you'll be on TikTok soon. You said you wanted to build a social media following. We're gonna stick with you, and we wish the best for you. Keep at it. Stay safe and stay healthy. But you got anything else to say, Edwin?
Just thanks for having me on, man. It was really, really fun, and yeah, I'd love to come on again in the future. Keep up with the podcast. I'm loving it. And I'll share it around as much as I can as well.
Oh, good
And,
man. Appreciate
yeah.
it.
Oh,
Sounds
and
good.
also go and follow me on Instagram. And
We'll
Yeah,
put
I was
all
going to
your-
say that.
We'll link it
I was-
all. We'll link it all.
Yeah, for sure. And like I was going to say, you know, if everyone hopefully by now has went and checked you out whilst listening to this podcast, because I know I would for sure. Like, who's this guy? And like hopefully they're following it. But genuinely, like, I've been blown away, and it's not very easy to impress me. Like, trust me. I'm Scottish for starters. But like. You know, he's very talented, so just check him out, follow along, and show him some support as well, because it's good to see someone just breaking away from the normal, if you like, you know, like we discussed earlier. You know, it's really impressive, and I've got a lot of respect for that personally, so
Exactly.
it's cool.
But
all right, guys,
we're gonna wrap it up. Every new episode next Sunday, every Sunday, 10 a.m. UK time, 5 a.m. Eastern time in the United States. But thanks for tuning into this episode, and we will see you guys next week.
thanks Edwin for coming on.
thanks,
Cheers,
guys.
guys.
All right.